What's up, spectators? Welcome back to another episode of Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Justine and DeBest have made their way onto the scene, and already they've made allegations against Kay. But for once, it doesn't look good because they actually have some sort of evidence, although it sounds very forged. It is a letter from Kay, supposedly, showing that Kay and the victim, what's her name, Jill Crane, had, they were accomplices to something, right? They didn't say what for yet. Something about revenge. And now we need to prove them wrong. That Kay is in fact innocent. Which I don't know how we're gonna do yet. We'll see. The relationship between Kay Faraday and Miss Crane is as documented in the letter. She roped Miss Crane into assisting her with her plan. However, for some reason, their partnership broke down. Miss Crane was murdered, but with her dying breath, she managed to retaliate. Her parting gift is this letter, which she tucked safely away in her left breast pocket. Her testimony's even better than ever. Maybe the most perfect it's ever been, sir. Are you going to be all right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, of course. How unsightly, Miles. Save your stoic act for some other time. Miss Von Karma, just whose side are you on? I'm on nobody's side, Scruffy. When searching for the truth, it's best not to take sides. Watch what you say, Miss Von Karma, or else Mr. DeBest is gonna... Best, you say? Well, I can tell you that the side I'm on is always the Bjarg. How irritating. Well, I suppose that's one thing we can agree on. The relationship between Kay Faraday and Miss Crane is as documented, okay? And just what kind of relationship did Kay have with the victim? In the letter she wrote, "Thank you so much for helping with my plan." Their relationship should be quite obvious. That's right. She roped Miss Crane into assisting her with her plan. I'd like to hear about Kay's alleged plan in more detail. Just as she wrote in the letter, she wanted to steal something. What's more, the sender of the letter is Kay Faraday, so it's obvious who the main culprit is. That letter could have easily been forged. It doesn't prove that she planned to steal anything. If memory serves me right, wasn't she a great thief? She's, taking a break at the moment. I doubt there's any thief who would inform a prosecutor about their upcoming crimes. Perhaps she simply returned to her trade without you knowing. I suppose I have no means of denying that possibility. Kay Faraday planned the theft and Miss Crane got caught up in it. However, for some reason, their partnership broke down. For some reason, you say? It seems your explanation isn't very clear. I'm sure the reason will become clear upon further investigation. But more importantly, there is no evidence to prove that Kay Faraday did not commit this crime. Objection! While there is some evidence to suggest that she committed the crime, none of it can truly be called decisive evidence. What about the letter that shows their complicity and the scene of the crime? I think it's fair to say we cannot decisively rule out the possibility that she committed the crime. Miss Crane was murdered, but with her dying breath, she managed to retaliate. Evidence? Haven't you been listening? We've been saying that this letter is the evidence. And where in the letter does it say that she planned to murder the victim? Huh? Well, that's... I've got it. It's a hidden message written in invisible ink that can only be read by heating it up. Sebastian, I wouldn't get your hopes up for something like that. There is, of course, evidence that points to her as the criminal. Her parting gift is this letter, which she tucked away safely in her left breast pocket. Hold it! We searched the victim's left breast pocket as well, but... You found nothing, I presume. Naturally, the officer who found the letter immediately brought it to the best man on the scene. The letter was safely tucked away in her left breast pocket, right above her heart. I believe this letter carries Miss Cranes' will for the criminal to be arrested. I have no interest in your beliefs. What I'm interested in is the truth. You said that the letter was in the left breast pocket of the victim. I swear by the goddess of law there are no lies or mistakes in my statement. The letter was indeed discovered inside blah blah blah. Stabbed the left chest area where the letter was hidden. This may very well be an important clue. Okay, so I remember them showing us blood on it, so it can't be the fact that there isn't blood on it. But if there's a hole, let me see here if in the picture. There is a hole. So if it was in fact in her pocket, there'd be a hole in it as well as blood. There's blood, but no hole. So hold on a minute. So this, oh no, wrong statement. No. Oh, shut up. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Present this.
Objection!
The victim held onto the truth until her dying breath, a truly touching story indeed. The voices of the dead are soft. One must listen carefully to hear their dying wishes. And Miss Crane has spoken. Kay Faraday is the culprit. Perhaps the voices you have been hearing are actually the whispers of the devil. Hey, don't make fun of Justine! Let's listen to the voice of reason. Judge Courtney, please take a look at the autopsy report. There's no need. I remember it perfectly. The victim was stabbed in the left breast. No, it can't be. The letter was found in the victim's left breast pocket. And that's where the victim was stabbed with the candelabra, right, sir? Precisely. It wouldn't have been possible to stab her there without piercing the letter as well. So that begs the question. Why was the letter found in the victim's pocket? It's simple. It was placed there after the victim was murdered to throw suspicion onto Kay. Somebody intentionally wanted to create this very situation. In other words, there exists the possibility that the letter was forged by the true culprit. No! The real murderer tried to pin the crime on Kay. That is the only explanation for the letter. And in doing so, the murderer ended up digging their own grave, right, sir? Objection! The culprit is Kay Faraday. The letter was... yeah, it was actually found in the victim's other pocket. Huh? What are you saying? The officer's report was wrong when he said the letter was in her left pocket. It's actually in the... A foolish fool who continues to make a fool of himself. That's better, that's more like it. Is there no cure for your foolishness? Why do you keep whipping me? And quit calling me a fool. I saved you the trouble of punishing him yourself. Indeed. Though I had no intention of punishing him. The letter is stained with blood, no doubt because it was found in the left breast pocket. There couldn't have been an error in the officer's report. Unless you were the investigator. Say something, Justine! I see you have no objections. Then allow me to continue. There's one more potential suspect in this case. Don't be ridiculous. The killer entered this very room. There wasn't anyone else who did that besides Kay Faraday and the victim. To enter the meeting room, one needs a key card. And their reasoning assumes that the murderer and the victim entered the room together. This is what we overlooked. If we just discard that assumption, then... this evidence reveals the other suspect besides Kay. See, we brought this up before. There is one other suspect, but the issue is, we don't know who because the username is null. So we can present this one.
Take that!
This is the keycard record Judge Courtney handed me earlier. The victim's keycard was used at 12:52 a.m. And there was one more person who also used the keycard. So you're saying this person was waiting to ambush the victim inside the meeting room. The keycard was used at 10:15 p.m. I wouldn't say it's impossible. No, it's impossible. And what makes you say that, pal? You got any proof? Of course I do. I myself am that... I was the one who used that key card, after all. Is there something strange about a PIC member entering the PIC meeting room before a murder? Yes, you stupid woman! God, I can't wait to arrest you. I don't think she did it, but I can't wait to at least try to arrest her. That proves nothing. The fact that you were in here at all makes you a suspect. Or do you perhaps have any evidence that you didn't kill your colleague?
Overruled!
Such nonsense. What would I gain by murdering her?
Objection!
Allow me to reiterate what you said earlier. I'm sure it will all become clear upon further investigation.
Overruled!
Why would I, a faithful servant of the law, commit a crime? True enough, I entered this room. However, that alone is not reason enough to suspect me of a crime. Yes, it is. If that's the case, please tell me why you entered this room. I had some business to take care of and some preparations had to be made. That sounds pretty suspicious, pal. Unfortunately, I cannot disclose what these preparations were. However, I'm sure you could hazard a guess, Prosecutor Edgeworth. He's gonna here in a second. Oh, maybe not. So she was preparing for my hearing. She must have gathered all the necessary materials to take away my prosecutor's badge. Wonderful, wonderful! It's good to see young people go head-to-head so ruthlessly. Who's that? Who dat? Ooh, this guy looks so gross. That takes me back. When I was young, I'd always butt heads with this brash detective. And then one day... What the hell's in his beard? What is he draining? Sweat? He just disappeared. I hope he's still doing well. You know what? He did it. I bet he did it. This guy's the guilty one. I feel like that's the case because not only does he look super suspicious, he has an animation where he's sweating through his beard. That's pretty suspicious. Here comes the waterworks. Are they tears? It's not sweat? Chairman de best. Well, well, well. Yes, she did, Edgeworth. That is what she said. Hello, Courtney. You sure are full of energy today. Look at that. He has an evil smile with a vampire tooth, too. Come on. And if it isn't little Von Karma, look how much you've grown since I last saw you. Sir, it's been quite a while. A curtsy? You don't have to treat me like some sort of stranger, you know. Oh, look at his goggles. They're full of tears. Remember back in the old days when you'd sit on my lap and call me Unky Boo Boo? Here I go again. Oh, how I cried back then. Pops, what are you doing here? A member of the PIC was killed and I heard that you were in charge of the case. What kind of prosecutor is followed around by his own father? And that scary music they've given him? Come on. Hold your tongue. Do you have any idea who this man is? Chairman of the PIC, former chief prosecutor. He's the right hand of the goddess of law. Now, Courtney. I'm just an old chunk of coal. There's no reason to speak so highly of me. Please excuse my subordinate's behavior. I am Prosecutor Edgeworth, isn't it? Along with his trusty sidekick, Dick Gumshoe. I am Blaze the Best. I'm the proud father of that idiot over there. Oh, so you know he's an idiot. When that boy was born, me and his, the missus, were happy as can be, you see. But now, I don't even know where she's gone to. You need a handkerchief? Ah, yes. Sebastian is an idiot, but he's such a good boy, you know. Quite the doting father and son. Now then, Courtney, how's the investigation going? Sir, we've established that the culprit is Kay Faraday. We are currently focusing our efforts.
Objection!
There are too many uncertainties in this case. It's impossible to determine that she's the culprit. Surely you haven't forgotten the matter of the letter.
Objection!
I already told you it was just a simple mistake. The letter was in another pocket. You talk too much. Now, let's all play nice. Everyone just calm down. You just said you like it when people are ruthless and go head to head. Make up your mind, Blaze. Blaze? He does look kind of creepy, like Blaze from, Matt. Oh shoot, what was that city? Cinnabar Island. I'm sorry that you had to witness such an unsightly scene, Mr. Chairman. Even though they do look very different. I mean, the guy at Cinnabar was bald, wasn't he, with a beard? Was he? I don't know, there are multiple depictions of him in different versions. Don't apologize, Courtney. I can follow everyone's logic. Except Sebastian's, that is. Hey, Pops! Chairman DeBest, I am a prosecutor. My duty is to bring criminals to justice. However, I won't make someone out to be a criminal without sufficient motive and evidence. I've heard about you and your relationship with the suspect, you know. Ah, to share such a strong bond. Kay has assisted the police in arresting criminals countless times, pal. There are too many facets of this case that remain unexplored. I see. The bonds of youth are a wonderful thing indeed. What? But that is that, and this is this, you know. What's that supposed to mean? The prosecutor's office needs to resolve this case as quickly as possible. What was the point of that? I mean, just think of all the other cases that are piling up. There's no time to waste here. It's unfortunate, but you understand, right, Edgeworth? What? Now then, Kay Faraday. I'd like to arrest you now. Well, he's very courteous about it. Okay, and so is she. No, I won't let you. Case innocent, pal. To defy Chairman DeBest is to defy the law. It would be a grave act of disloyalty. In other words, a hearing won't be needed. Are you prepared to lose your prosecutor's badge? Sure. That's Mr. Edgeworth's badge. You can't do that. Using a prosecutor's badge as a shield, what has the PIC come to? Kay, you haven't done anything wrong. Mr. Edgeworth, it was only for a short time, but thank you for everything. I'm sorry I turned out to be a criminal. We will make sure to impart your confession to the goddess of law. What should I do? When I was young, I wanted to become a defense attorney, like my father. Someone who can fight to save those in need. And right now, this badge is holding me back. A mere badge for the life of a dear friend. I don't even have to consider it. He's going for it. All right. Farewell, Mr. Edgeworth.
Hold it!
Hold it right there, Judge Courtney! What is it now, Prosecutor Edgeworth? This is your badge. Edgeworth, what is the meaning of this? Consider this my resignation. I am no longer a prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth! What are you doing? Explain yourself, Miles. You can't be serious. Mr. Edgeworth, you're joking, right? If you aren't a prosecutor, then my only mission is to bring the truth to light. If it's the prosecutor's path to turn a blind eye to the truth, then that title is worth nothing to me. Hot damn! I will walk in the path that I believe in. I will not be stopped here.
Objection!
You're running away from the Von Karma? From me? No matter what you say, I don't intend to go back on my decision. So, you're leaving me behind again. I'll never forgive you for this. No, this is all my fault. I'm sorry. Wait, Kay. But, Mr. Edgeworth. Boss. I'm not your boss anymore, Detective. That's just too much, sir. It's always been you and me. We've always been a team. Gumshoe, you no longer need to follow my lead. You should try to accomplish whatever you can on your end. This is bad. We just let a dangerous criminal escape. How can I let her get away? You didn't even move! And after all my hard work, you see. Rest assured, Mr. Chairman, this area will be locked down immediately. Good. I expect the best from you, Courtney. Yeah, look what you did, Courtney. You feel good? Huh? Well, why don't we figure out what happens next time for this episode? Or the next, what am I even saying? We'll find out what happens next in the story in the next episode. That's what I want to say. So, stay tuned for that one, and bye-bye!